Like and sub and hit the all notifications bell for more great content.
Yes, indeed, what Rocky said. On TV, so I can just have the mic around my neck. What's up, everybody? We're live with Week 13. We're gonna be taking on the Browns at home. Check out the playoff picture real quick so I can show you guys that bracket they're at. Bears currently have the #1 seed in the NFC. They did pretty well last year too, I believe, but I think they got beat in the first round. I think they were the #2 seed, and I think they lost. KC. It's too bad. I'd like to play KC first. Get them right out of it. Right. Go. Some snacks, kid. That kid.
Today, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, kid.
We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, the streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
That's what I get for setting the controller down across the room,
behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
ground. This is Jalen Richard. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the clear. The
First
20.
play of the game, baby. Let's go.
Score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jalen Richard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Now the throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Tackle made at the 21.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The throw complete here to Williams. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Williams.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing now is Carr. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Stop throwing picks, Carr.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing
Bet you like
efficiency.
McDaniels
And now
did.
that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
That
And
hurts.
a nice job to break free of one tackle.
He wasn't even really in
momentum
position to pick
somewhat,
that.
and he's
Wide
taken
receiver
down right
just
after.
didn't even make a play on the ball.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 19 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. The Raiders defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Browns 3.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. They'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make that.
Before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It is hard for them to stop him.
They'll run on first down. Richard. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Well, this run defense gets an F so far. They're letting this guy carve them to shreds in the first quarter of play. He's already hit the 100-yard mark.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Carr. On the move to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Greedy Williams. Carr's pass.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
What are you doing?
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Nick Chubb, the ball.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mayfield now from the 50. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
That'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are, what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots, now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
On 1st down, Richard. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating where he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Landry now on the return. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. Their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. From the 29, Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Carr gives to Richard. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Carr going to throw, and that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
It is good.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but Some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And,
wow, as if he caught that.
Some of those guys who wear gold
As if he
jackets,
completed
right,
that.
appear in
What the
Canton.
hell,
They
man?
look at this and go, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now left side on the swing pass. Chubb will have the first down and much more.
Man, they shouldn't have called the
bounds, but not
blitz.
before he takes it inside the 40.
Of course they call a
Gain
screen
of
when they call
13,
a
it's
blitz,
a first
right?
down.
Just funny how that works.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Gain of 4.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They set up the screen to Chubb.
Did they really disrupt the passer? Oh, of course they did. Man.
Oh, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
14. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
You fucking meathead. Why? What kind of pass was that, bro? You almost just threw a third pick. Come on.
The coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I gotta say, it's gonna be this cold. I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incomplete. Completions.
10 yards to go.
Carr to throw again. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand.
Oh, Ruggs wide open.
To yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal.
Ah, man. Lucky I got pressured.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Carr completes it. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's... third down.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Open man is Stewart. It's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 26.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. And this is Carr.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore. Or they get tired and they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Let's go. Mo Hurst, baby. What's that, 20 sacks on the season? 18.
Number 18 on the season for it.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
He finds Beckham complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. from the gun, Mayfield.
Oh, Butterfingers.
Incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. And
Man.
Second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Mayfield. Going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
Yes.
This is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous
Oh,
one.
and Cooper's injured? All right.
Short. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field.
That was a big
Check
stop.
on his status when we get back. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Raiders will get it at their 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now a play fake. Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
It's 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Working from the gun, it's Carr.
Oh, Waller all the way,
Waller,
baby.
That's complete. Pass the 20.
Woo, let's go.
Score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mayfield now. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there. 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
The 1st down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
37-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Do they not know they're down by like 9?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
Oh, sorry, that's terrible math. They're down by 11.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Raiders pick it up. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
That wasn't a fumble.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue.
Say booth review.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Oh, yeah, that was definitely down.
Jamie Gillen in punt formation.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game,
That
which
bomber
means
deep,
that
go
this
for
challenge
4.
was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. So out come the Raiders. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
Really go
and offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And off the crossbar.
Off the crossbar.
A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And in the 2nd quarter, it is the Eagles who are out in front. Miles Sanders, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. From there, we'll head east all the way to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. James Washington, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Matt Breida accounting for the lone scoring thus far as he's cashed in with a touchdown run. In our game, it's been the play of Derek Carr that's led the way. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front. as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, gonna take a quick break real quick. I'll be right back.
Hi.
All right, we are back.
Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. The Browns drive about to get started. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. Carl Nassib there on the tackle.
I think they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
At the 27.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Mine.
And the Raiders pick it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
By the Raiders.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll keep it on the
Oh,
ground.
dang.
Richard.
Unblocked.
They're going to snuff. We have not seen that much today. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Throwing his car on third down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Fuck,
And
man.
he's gonna
3
be intercepted
picks.
the third time. Greedy Williams picks it off.
You just not gonna tackle him, dude? Come on.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
Fuck.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Mayfield off the play fake.
No.
And that'll be incomplete.
Mayfield
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On the carry,
let's go.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The defense
As if I threw
stiffens
3
to
picks this game.
4th down
Fuck,
following
man.
that 1st down gain of 8.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and
he missed it.
that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And now
I'm not even
Carr,
watching this.
he is
Fuck
the
off.
focus. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 46 yards.
That's not what I wanted
So how
to
about
call.
this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. This is caught.
Yes.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it.
Be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Dankar is having a monster game. What's up, Rocky? Hey, Jacob.
Sorry about that, guys. Had to change a shitty diaper.
Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3
Joys.
touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Man, I've thrown 3 picks this game.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, we could talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
It's like he knew, too.
Yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mayfield with it once more. And finding the tight end Hooper.
Mayfield's pass.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Now Chubb, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run again on first down, Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Mayfield to throw it. And it's caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction. I was able to track the ball in another.
They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They run it again with Janovich. And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
The QB with, they called 2 fullback runs in a row. What?
Make some inroads here on that deficit.
Don't see that very often.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. Second time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he's establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again. And how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards.
He was brought down at the
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30.
42 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Nice step. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season.
Hell, man. So sick of giving up these big plays. Was shutting him down all game. 20 rushes for 42 yards. And then he blows a fucking 75-yard run like that. Man, I hate this shit sometimes. Like, I don't get it. I really don't. The fucking momentum shifting in this game is so stupid. They just go on an offensive tear and fucking light me up for 500 yards out of nowhere. You watch, Baker's going to go for around 400 now just because of that. And the same thing happened in the Chiefs game. Oh my God.
Seems like the measuring stick.
This is the one thing I hate about Madden games. Once their offenses get on a roll, the fucking momentum just lets them do whatever they want. No one can cover on my defense. I can't get through the offensive line. They blow off 75-yard runs.
We looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post. Because
don't mind me bitching.
I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 46-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. It's a big play there for Vegas. 42 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carl.
I think that's 6 touchdown passes.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
Honestly. But
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy. 4 in a game.
Yeah, about the 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that.
all right, let's see if we can stop him this time now that we've given up 400 yards this game thanks to that 75-yard touchdown run. Thanks, Nick Chubb. You're really helping me keep that 32nd ranked defense alive.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play.
You can't do it with max quarters. There's no way to not finish last ranked in defense.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack.
I chew the clock almost every time I have the ball to limit their time of possession, and still they go for like 350, 400 passing yards on me every game.
There is no technique.
It gets so old.
Make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Like I can't even. What is going on here?
3rd and long for Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
And somehow let it
And this
complete
one will go
that.
to the 28-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a
Mullen had his
check-down
arm
situation,
extended,
wasn't it?
everything
hoping
going
he can
for
break
that
some
swat,
tackles,
and
a big
just
tight
let
end,
him
but he
catch
couldn't
it.
do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
I should have stuck with 2K.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
2K
Here's
don't do
Las
me like
Vegas
that.
ready to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Looking at that annoys me.
On 2nd down, Richard.
Oh my goodness, another house call.
Left side, it's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
So much for the 3 carries for him.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times,
slants, man. They just kill me on them all game long. No one can cover them.
The trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and inches at the 37.
Looking to throw again on
Look at that.
down.
Oh my goodness. It doesn't matter if you're right on the receiver when he makes the catch either. They will not drop it. 9 times out of 10, they're catching it.
Good plays have them on the move on 1st
I really
down.
got to upgrade to Madden 23, I think, because I've been watching that gameplay of yours, and it seems like they just cover way better. Even on all Madden, like, I've been watching your games, you don't get lit up like that.
2nd down.
There defensively.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Yeah, here we go.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. And with that last play, he's now
The
up
Mayfield
over that
comeback.
300-yard mark.
And in today's
Gonna go
NFL,
for 400, like I said.
routine. And
Every
I hate
game,
that
just
when you talk
about.
a 300-yard passing game.
If I hold him
To
under
me,
300
yards
passing
still
yards, I'm
signifies
shocked.
excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Like how? How do you
Right
catch
side
that?
to Njoku. A gain of 6 there on first.
On the run, doesn't matter.
What
He
sport you're playing,
literally completes
everyone likes to build
everything.
a little momentum, don't they?
The only time I really
Back-to-back
force
completions
incompletions
to the
is
big
when it's an
targeted tight end.
interception.
That one not as profitable as the other,
So it's
but
not
still
even
a
an
decent
incompletion.
game.
I'm catching the ball. But that's the only time they don't complete passes, is when I'm catching it.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield letting one go
Wow.
deep for the end zone.
See, that's
We've
only
seen
his
that the deep
8th
ball's been a part of
incompletion.
their game plan all
31
afternoon, but
completed
they've had trouble
passes out
hooking
of
up on it,
39.
unable to successfully find the end zone over
He's
the top.
completing like
Here's
80%
the
of
play of
them.
this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper.
Look at this, dude.
And he's gonna
Doesn't
have
matter.
another
I cover
first
one
down
of
as
their
the tackle
receivers, they
comes at
just
the
find
Raiders'
another one.
12-yard line.
And I'm
Mayfield
playing the
finding
pass
Hooper there
every
for a
single down
Cleveland
now.
first.
Every
From
down I
at the
play the
12,
pass, and
it's
they
1st
still
and
tear
10.
me up.
Chubb. And
Nope,
maybe a
not
measure
today,
of revenge
Satan.
there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Taken down.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make
Can we
this
get a
second
stop,
and 13.
interception, something?
Well, that was one of the few
That'd be
times
great.
they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that
The
carry.
defense is just
They
so
run it
bad.
again with Chubb.
Historically
He
bad.
will push his way down
Every
to about
year.
the 14. He'll get a couple yards back, but
And I'm
not more
always
than
first
that.
in
They'll be left with
takeaways.
12 yards to go on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 12.
A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll
Yeah,
rally
let's
and
just
stop
let him
it
get
short of the
12
first
yards
down
on a
at
run
about
just
the
about.
6.
Come on.
He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a
They're
4th
going
down.
for it.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle it.
Njoku pulls this one in.
They
He's
have
got
that
it for a Cleveland
covered. What
touchdown.
is going on?
David Njoku with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
I'm
And the
literally
Browns
just going
make
to
some
run the ball
inroads
this
here on
entire
that
next drive
deficit.
because I'm so sick of this.
Big 4th down conversion for the
38
score, and the
points.
defense,
Come
that
on.
is a tough pill to swallow.
So
Big time
bad.
for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, oh, okay, forget
This
the
is the
field goal,
stuff
'cause
that
looked like
really
an easy 3
discourages me
points.
from Madden.
Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
At their own 24-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or 2.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard.
Nice.
And he's going to lose
Lose
yardage.
3 yards. Way to go.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down.
Oh,
moving.
boy.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Madden's really
Yeah, they
frustrating
finally
me
got one, and
today.
that's a win for them.
Really got the
all
best of
game
me.
long. He's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
A gain of
Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
first down.
Carr gives to Richard. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
The tackle by
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first
a
down.
gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
On 2nd down and 4, Carr. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Las Vegas.
On the ground, Richard. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
Damn, almost 700 total yards for me this game.
On the pickup.
That's gross.
It's 2nd and inches.
Cleveland, your defense ain't going to be top ranked after this game.
They come up now on 2nd down.
Helped with the takeaways, but that's about it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 19-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up 1st and goal. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Carr.
Oh, man.
Line, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And this offense on 3rd down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Carr now to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Carl Joseph came roaring in on the safety blitz. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Really didn't want them to get the ball back with much time left. Really got to learn to start doing that early on.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game.
I think that's what's got me irritated more than anything is the amount of yards I give up. I can deal with the 3 picks because I'm having a decent season with Carr, but damn, the yardage, man, frustrates the hell
just
out
outside
of me.
the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across
I'm not
the
bad at Madden. That's what gets me. Like, there's just nothing I can do.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. They're throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's
Wow,
going to
that's
be able to
nice.
catch
Start
the
off with
football
an
and handle that
incompletion.
contact,
That's
but in
rare.
this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Throwing over
2 in a row? Holy.
incomplete.
Feeling all right,
It
Baker?
certainly didn't appear that
Catch
that's
the
where he
flu
wanted to
on
go
the
with ball
sideline.
initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it
between
off to his running
downs.
back unsuccessfully.
Weird.
On third down, Mayfield.
Ah,
And that's incomplete.
Butterfingers.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They're really going for it.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. He's got his tight end,
Come
David
on.
Njoku.
Of course, I called the exact play that would allow that guy to get wide open right
Down
there.
at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Caught.
Yeah, here he goes. Baker's going to go for 400 on me
Pick up
now.
there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And he will find his man.
See, look at that. As soon as the player makes
6 yards to
contact
pick
with the
up, and
ball,
that's
I'm
a first
tackling
down.
him, and he doesn't drop it.
And again, it's Mayfield.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss,
That's what
might
I'm
be
talking
bigger
about.
and
Like,
lead to
I
an interception?
cannot
Yeah, the
force
deflection works both
incompletions.
ways. Maybe a
Just
defender
does
gets
not
a hand
happen.
in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops
That
up
was
in the air.
obviously
The defenders
something
are
that they
grabbing as well.
really needed to
Point
work
there
on
as
this
they were
year.
able to
They
connect.
did not
That
at
one a
all.
first down pickup of 8.
Cleveland Browns.
Being chased out left.
Suck it, Baker.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts.
Why are you even trying? You're
As they
down
get it
by
with
3
26 seconds to
scores.
go in the football game.
2nd and 5.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Cracks me up.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
By Max Crosby.
One last shot for Mayfield here. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for David Njoku.
Really Hail
So here
Mary.
we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
I'll take that.
Tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
I don't think Baker went for 400 exactly. I think he was at like 380. Ugh, that was an ugly game. I did not enjoy that one at all. 3 picks, 500 yards
They
given
can't
up.
help but feel great about
Ugly.
themselves, can they? I mean,
All
what a
around
game
ugly.
to put up that number of points.
The only bright side was
Continually feeling
Rashard
they're
going
moving the
for like
ball and things are
250.
working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's
Yeah,
all
look
going
at
to work.
that.
That's called
370
being in the zone.
passing, 157 rushing.
So for Las
Rough.
Vegas, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Defensive line hasn't been playing great either. Ever since that Cincy game. Alright, got Colton Miller back. And I got Josh Jacobs back this week. That's big. So my offensive line is fully intact again. I got my starting running back. Alright guys, thanks for joining up. Be sure to stop in next time when we go live. Might be today, I'm not sure.